welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is Finish It Friday. We've made it to Friday already this week. Can you believe it? So what have we finished this week? I wish I could hail that I have finished a lot of things, but I'm a little bit slow this week. Let's go to ASTRO Journey first. I did not get near as far on it as I wanted. I did get 2 of these big blocks done. And basically what that meant was I made 4 of these throughout this whole week. I just could not get into it. Could not get in the mood. I will get in the mood. It will get done, but this wasn't its week. So I have to make a bunch more of these 4 patch blocks, I guess. That's what you'd call it. I think there's 2, 4, 6, there's 8 of them. Yeah, that's right, because I need to make 16 of these, so I need 12 more. And so after I sewed a couple of them up wrong, I decided I gotta leave that. I can't do that. I can't do that right now. So slow progress on that project. You were here with me Wednesday when we did Blue's Boutique blocks, and we got 7 of those done, right? I didn't work on that anymore, but that was good progress. And then also on the Riley Blake Challenge, block 14 came out on Tuesday, and this is my block 14, and you can see how each of those, I don't know what you would call these, fan petals or whatever, there's 2 strips in each one, and they were pretty good size, so I decided to use some of the big prints, even though that totally takes away from the object of the block, but I like it. I like it, and it'll fit in really good with all the rest of my blocks I have here. This is 14. We have 16 blocks to do. So getting there on that. Another thing I did is I changed out something on my door here of the shed, so I'll put in a little clip of that right here. So I decided to change out my sash for my wreath. I did have this scrappy one on, which I love, but I thought I would change it up a little bit for the spring. I have a video linked in the description box of how to make this. Very simple. Okay, so I've been wanting to do that for a while. I should have been doing a bunch of those all along for all the different seasons of the year, but I didn't. I liked that little scrappy one. I just liked it, and I didn't really want to change it out. But it's time. It's time to change it out, and I'll probably put that one back on sooner or later. So you'll see that again in the finishes of your all's finishes. Someone did some of those, so look for that. And for now, I guess we'll just get right on into your finishes. First up, we have Anita. This first quilt that she has, she said she long-darmed this for her sister, and she said the pattern is from a Missouri Star video. Nice long arming on there that you've done in a kind of a paisley repeated all over. It's very nice for this very soft and demure quilt, I think. I love the colors. Peach, green, gold. Very nice. The next one that she has is her Anne of Green Gables. She says she made this thanks to my inspiration. She says her sister's favorite book of all time is Anne of Green Gables. I had been eyeing the fabric for a while, but could not come up with any ideas until I saw your videos. Yours turned out great. Love it. This is my favorite quilt of all time that I've made, and I love your version of it too. Very, very similar. Same fabric, same pattern. Your backing is different. It looks like it might be a lush purple, dark purple minky. I'm not sure. And your kitty cat is enjoying it. Love that. And then your last picture is of a sparrow's quilt. So this is also one that I did, and she was inspired by it, and I love your version as well. That backing is fantastic and goes so well with the birds on the front and all the different shades of pink and gray and a little bit of green thrown in there. Love it, love it, love it. Very nice, Anita. The next one is from Deborah, and she says she has two here. The first one has a chain, and it is from the pattern On a Jelly Roll. The fabric is Wander Lane, and the panto is Diamonds Are Forever. Very pretty. Love it. Very nice variety of color all throughout. Very nice looking quilt. She said the second quilt is from the big book of strip quilts called Under the Sea. I chose Paisley Gone Mod from Island Boutique, and the panto is Halo. Yes, also very nice. She says she has to give a jelly roll presentation in August to the local quilt guild, so expect more jelly roll quilts from me. That's quite all right. We love to see your jelly roll quilts. She also says, love your content. Please continue on with your long-arm adventures, as I may have to buy a robotic machine due to a problem with my eyes. Yeah, the robotics are very, very nice. You would enjoy it. The next picture we have is from Svetlana, and she has taken Mark's Canyon hideout pattern and shrunk it down into a beautiful set of placemats. Look at these. She says she used 5 fat quarters to make 12 by 16 placemats. She used 2.5-inch strips and 1.5-inch strips to achieve this smaller version. Hope you like it. Yes, I do love it. Love the yellows, love the teals and the purples. Awesome color combination. And your, I don't know if this was a hand-guided quilt pattern that you did or if it was something that you set up on robotics, but it turned out awesome. I love it, love it, love it. I have a feeling that you hand-guided that. Beautiful. Nice set. The next one is from Kathy. And Kathy, I missed getting the pictures from your first one, and I'm in communication with you on that. We'll catch those next week. But she also wanted me to see her composition notebook covers that she made from an older Tim Holtz Eclectic Element line that she had. And I mentioned these the other day and how much I loved them. Yes, I love that little project to make the composition notebook covers, and the Tim Holtz fabric is perfect for it. I may use some of my Tim Holtz to make some. The next one is from Anja, and she has a quilt, a two-sided quilt, as she usually does. She says, I finally finished my Blockheads 5. Now that's a Moda sew along, and she says, till the last 5 blocks I made a block every week, and then life takes over. Yeah, that can happen on a sew along. She says, my niece has blue and yellow in her new apartment, and she liked the blocks, so it will be her quilt. The middle of the back is a tablecloth of her grandmother who passed away last year. The cross-stitched flowers are from table toppers they wanted to throw away at my work, so I saved them. I made the second border with leftover scraps on adding tape. I wanted to make a yellow quilt, and the star theme of Blockheads 5 was perfect for that. I'm pleased with it. It measures 54 by 78. Very nice, Anja. I love all these wonderful shades of yellow and gold that you put together here, and using the found items and treasured items in the backing of the quilt is very special. And as usual, your hand quilting, or your I think you work on a domestic machine doing quilting, and it turned out really good. She says, thank you for showing all of our quilts. Keep up the good work you and Mark do. I watch almost every video of you both. Thank you, Anja. Appreciate that very much. The next one is from Ellen, and Ellen had sent us some quilts the other week for 2 of her granddaughters, and said that the younger one was going to be wanting a quilt as well. So here we are. Here she is with her quilt, and her youngest granddaughter, who turns 5 in June. And she says the pattern is Dream Weaver by Missouri Star, and Jenny Doan has a tutorial on YouTube for that. She says all the fabrics except the yellow sashing and white squares are predominantly Aunt Grace's fabrics by Marcus Brothers, and a few strips of a 1930s reproduction jelly roll she can't remember the name of. The backing is the same as the green border and binding, and is also Aunt Grace's fabric. She says she loves the Aunt Grace's fabric's been saving it for many years for just the right block, and this one is a fun block to make. My granddaughter has patiently waited for me to finish the quilt since her sisters already have theirs. She is now a happy camper. Yes, a gorgeous quilt, and I love the big green 30s print around it. Very nice, and it looks like she's enjoying it quite a lot there. Love your Aunt Grace fabrics as well. Donna has finished her Canyon Hideout of Mark's pattern. She says another rainy day and my Canyon Hideout quilt is finished, and she has it done up in some teals and dark blues and some taupe shades there. Very, very nice. It turned out great. And I like the backing as well. Looks like it's all fabric from the same line, all coordinated. And you got your nice big border on there. Very good, Donna. All right, let's see. There's another one. Let's see, here's one from Pat. And this is Pat from Washington State. At a recent quilt retreat, I made this throw size top, 50 by 71, called Off Kilter. No, not Off Kilter. It's Off Quilter, by Carolyn Hutchinson from Carolyn's in Stitches. I used an ombre fabric for the log cabin blocks that are made in a chain stitch fashion that work up very fast. Was very happy to finish the top along with other fun things we did at the 4-day retreat in Soap Lake, Washington. I'm glad you got to go to a retreat and had a good time and got this beautiful quilt top done, all done up in pinks and purples and a little bit of light gray. Turned out great, and I love the effect that the ombre fabric makes in your blocks. Very nice. Annette says that she completed this quilt top as a May panel quilt challenge with a group I follow called Soft Squares. We were sent a panel for free from a selection of poppy and butterfly panels, and we could make any size quilt from it. Next stop, the Longarmer. And this is her first submission. Thank you, Annette, for participating. I hope we see more wonderful works of quilting art from you. And I see you took your panel and you just ran with it with all the bright colors all around with the stained glass look to it. You did that panel justice. It really does look nice. I can't wait to see it long-armed. You'll have to send me a picture again. The last one we have is from Dolores, and she has made up a few things requested from some friends of hers and some gifts. Two of the items that she has here are the sashes, like the one I showed you at the beginning of the show. She made a plain one that can be monogrammed, and then she made one in a white on white, which also could be monogrammed. And then she also made a pouch for as a gift for her friend's daughter. So she's been busy making some small things right now, and that's always a nice break from the great big projects that we do from time to time, isn't it? So great job, everyone, on all of your projects this week. They are so lovely. Look forward to next Friday for another batch of wonderful Friday finishes. All right, isn't that wonderful? All the wonderful work that's being done out there amongst you quilters, and I love seeing it, and everybody else loves seeing it too. So keep sending your finishes. I couldn't get everybody in this week. That was our 10 that we normally do each week. But you're in the queue. If you weren't seen today, you'll be seen next week most likely. So keep sending those in and follow the guidelines in the description box on that as well. There's only a few things that I will not accept, but most everything else everybody makes, it's good to go. All right, I will see you back here on Monday for Monday Quilt Chat. I have a long arm quilters meeting this weekend on Saturday afternoon, so I'll be doing that. But in amongst that, we have the Jolly Bar Day also on Saturday, so I'm going to jump in on that at some point on Saturday. Probably won't finish my project, because I didn't get my other fabrics in yet, but just another finish that will come along with time. All right, hope you have a great week and weekend and enjoy anything that you're doing in your sewing room. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.